helpers, Gaynor again. Do you remember the little box, handbag box that Mandy sent me? That opened up like this. Absolutely cute as a button. And it holds the 3x3 envelopes and cards. But I found it was quite spacious. So I did do this one in 12x12, and I copied a lovely young lady called Gemma Clark on YouTube. That's the link Mandy sent me for this beautiful handbag box. Closes with magnets, and I used our foil frenzy papers, but I only had fresh fig left in 12x12, so I used the berry burst and 2 different designs. Didn't have enough to do the circle, so I just added little gems, and I added stickers on the handle because I didn't have enough of that heat either. And then I did another size, which this is just temporary. This is just a template. I always do templates before I start. That way, it should be that way, like this one, not the other way around. So that piece will go there. But I know a lot of you ladies like to use A4 cardstock because we don't always purchase. This one measures, let me just get this right. This one measures 4 by 3.5. I think this one measured 4 by 3.25, because the envelope's only 3.25. So then I decided to shift it down again a gear, so it'll make the box will end up 3.25 by 3.25, just the perfect size. Oops, for the cards and the envelopes. But I will turn that the right way round. We will add our magnets, and we will only use A4 card. So this is absolutely fantastic. Love it. If you're a person that buys lots of 12x12, then this is perfect for you. And if I can find the link to Gemma's video, I'll stick it in the box below, because what a wonderful idea she made this box out of. Perfect instructions, but I think it's a little bit too big. I want my cards to fit snug. So, right, I'm going to try and attempt to do this now. This is the first one I'm making in the smaller sizes. So, these are your card pieces. You're going to need a piece. I'm using Calypso Coral because of this beautiful designer series paper. You're going to need a piece that is 11.5 by 5.5. You're going to need 2 pieces then, which are 5.25 by 2 5/8. This is 9.5 by 1. Your designer series paper, this one is 7/8 by 9 3/8. I like the tiniest little border all the way around. I love. I use 2 of the 1 3/8 circle punches, the scallop circle punches, and the 1 1/4 at the designer series paper. So it covers those. So it gives a little, tiny little, I can get it right, and that's better. Nice little scalloped edge. So you need 2 of the Calypso Coral and 2 of the designer series paper. Ta-ta. So, and they're going to decorate the handles on the side. You will then need 2 pieces of designer series paper measuring 3 1/8 by 3 3/8. You will need, right, I've got 2 different sizes here. You will need 2 pieces at 1 3/8 by 7/8. You need 2 of those. And then you'll need, sorry, they are 3 3/8 by 7/8. And these, you'll need 4 of these. And these are 7/8 by 3 1/8. So you need 4 at 3 1/8 and 2 at 3 3/8. I will put them on my blog. I promise I will. So I'm going to get my scoreboard out. And it's relatively simple. And I recommend that you use the fat end of the stylus, because I find I'm a gouger. and I tend to split my cardstock then. And it's just that I'm heavy-handed. I don't know why I do it, but I do. So with my largest piece on the short side, we're just going to score this at 1 inch and 4.5. Then we're going to turn this to the long side, and we're going to score this at 1 inch, 4 1/4, 5 1/4, 6 1/4, 9 1/2, and 10 1/2. Just making sure I have got 1, 2, 3 1/4. So we've got 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and that is going to be 3. That's going to be 3 1/2. So it's going to be 3 1/2 by 3 1/4. So that's that piece. These ones then, you are just going to score these at 7/8 of an inch on all 4 sides. On 3 sides, sorry. 1 long, 2 short. So start with your short and work your way around. You're left with this. So 7/8, turn it round, 7/8, turn it round, 7/8. Just check to make sure that's the same. Perfect. And that's your scoring. So I'm going to fetch in my small pieces first. I'm going to be using Tombow, or you can use tear and tape. It's entirely up to you. So I'm just going to bend. Don't have to be rough with these. You're just going to use your fingers. We're going to cut up then and notch. And I'm going to put a little notch on the outside as well. And you're going to do that on both pieces. But what a cute little handbag set. So I am doing little note cards and envelope gift boxes. So I have 2 already made. I used the washi tape, if you remember. So now we're just going to glue these edges together. But before we do that, I'm just going to grab 2 seconds my 1 1/4 inch circle punch. And if you want to be meticulous, you can pop this in at 1, and it's 3 1/2. So that's 1 3/4. Just put a little mark there, so it represents half of your card. So let's just fold these over and do the same again. And we're going to cut out some little notches for there. Our lovely Mandy did a little scalloped edge on hers, which is dead cute, but I don't have a tiny scallop punch. I do, I have the 1 3/8, but it's a bit tiny. So I'm cutting little notches at both sides. So when you fold over and you put your corners really straight, they do tend to notch over a little bit. So I'm going to come down to that, right into that corner. So when you're putting your ends together, nothing shows over the top, nothing whatsoever. Let's get rid of these bits. Aren't they cute? So I'm going to use a bit of Tombow. And these aren't going to be decorated. It's going to be the actual box itself. Like, these are just for the inside portion. So keeping them perfectly straight. Squeeze them, just hold them for a few seconds till the glue adheres. And again, put them so they butt right up. Don't want to go too far because you'll have bits on the side. So nice and flush, and that's perfect. Now with your little 1 1/4 inch circle punch, you can put yours. I'm only coming down by about 1/4, and I'm going to punch. Then what you can do with your second one is wait till you've put it together. I should have done it the other way around. I should have punched that one first, then that one. So corner to corner, nice and flush. Hold it in place, just pinch with the back. I know the 12 by 12 ones are absolutely gorgeous, and I loved the size, the one Mandy sent me, but I know a lot of you, like myself, don't buy a lot of 12 by 12 cardstock. So I'm going to do this one by eye again, and roughly take about the same. Oops. Oops, there we go. And if you want, you could measure those two pieces. And, oh, that's pretty much as close as I could get. Very well done, Gaynor. So they are, or you could have just put them back to back like that. And then punched. So we don't need that anymore. We're going to set those to one side for a little while. We're going to do a bit more cutting now. So I'm going to take my bone folder this time, because I do want them nice and crisp, because this is the outside of the box. I'm just going to burnish and fold all my score lines. But this will hold the, you saw me with the envelope in there. I'll get it out in a minute and show you against this, that it works a treat. Now along our edges, and the other side. Perfect. So what we're going to do now, we are going to do the same again. We're going to trim up the sides and a little notch and a little notch from both ends. You'll be throwing this box together in no time. It's so simple. And if you're ever doing boxes, always do the outer piece as well. I find that can sometimes go right up to the corner. And then when you're sitting this flush, there's nothing there whatsoever. And I know they're saying notch this side out, but I have notched that side out before now, and I've still had paper hanging over. So to me, that is a perfect notch. Nice and flush. So you're going to do the same at the other end. But this time, we're going down to the second score line. We're going to remove this bottom, take away the score line, and again, just give it a little notch into the corner. And again, this side, because this is going to be your little flap. This is where the magnets are going. Let me just pop them out of the way. My desk space is so small. So you cut away the score line and just notch up into the corner. And the same on this side. Yeah, I do hope I can find that young lady's video again. So, right, now cut up the centre of this one. And now we are going to push this to one side. And we're going to create a flap there. And you're going to notch and tiny little knot on that side. And then turn it over and repeat. So we've got these lovely little, oops, there we go, there's my loose piece. So we've got the flaps for there. So this is going to be the double join at the bottom. You need to fold that one back as well. So you're going to repeat that on this side. Cut up the centre. Move that out of the way. And you're going to cut up and notch. And notch. and then you're going to tuck that away and repeat the process. And there we have it. There's all the little bits that's all you're gonna waste. So when your box is, say like this, you're gonna tuck those sides in. Oops. Like that. Isn't that cute? And if I get the envelope now out of here, look, it fits in there perfectly with a little bit of space as well. Isn't that cute? And you're going to attach those to there, and this is going to be your other flap. So I'm going to now use my corner round. You can use your envelope punch board, or if you've still got a corner rounder, use your Project Life, just rounding them off. And then you know your two longer strips, the two, and well, you've got two, but you only need to do it on one, but you need to round the corners off on them as well, because they're going on that little flap. That beautiful. So at this point now we can decorate our lovely box. We're not going to put anything here because that's the bottom. This is this bit. But that is going on there. Isn't that perfect? And the other one is going here. And I'm going to use glue because we've got the wiggle space. And then these four are going here. Here, here, and here. And then we have these pieces. They're going right in there and right in there. Not the cutest. So I'm going to get my glue out and I'm going to start gluing. If you want to come back in 2 minutes, I will be done. Try and get some glue right as close to the end as possible. Especially in the corners, I find you don't want to catch anything on the corners and pull it all off and ruin all that hard work. Perfect. And I love this Calypso Coral with this Designer Series paper, especially this as all the tones, but it would work with the Melon Mambo, the Rich Raspberry, Powder Pink even, because they're all on here. Loving the Calypso Coral. Not long had a new pack of cards, see, so ooh, lovely. So again, I'm going to add my glue. It does look a lot. Somebody said, God, you use lots of glue, but it looks a lot. It's not. It's really, really thin. I try not to use doom. You don't really need a lot of Tombow, see? So slide in. The only thing is when you don't use a lot, you don't get as much wiggle space. So I'm really happy. I'm sorry I did put the video on the Monday Night Live before I left to schedule either for Friday or Saturday. I think it was on the Friday. But I didn't want to leave you all without anything, so that's why I did it. So I'm just getting rid of excess glue by getting my cell straight at one end. Then we can just turn over and do the other. Love it. So we're decorating before we've even put our box together, which is great. And I love the Tombow. It does help keep this project together for a lot longer. And what a little gorgeous little gift to somebody. Gift cards. You can decorate your gift cards however you want then. I haven't got any ready, but I will do some for this project. I'm glad that I didn't do one and then have another one, because I have so many 3D projects. lying around. I do try and gift them to people if I can, because I make these projects for you to show you how to do them. But and if I go and do one for a competition or for a prize, I've normally always got one left over that I've used. See what I mean? Oof. See, I didn't have a lot of glue. So while we're here and we've got these, we can glue all our other bits on. So I am absolutely loving these new scalloped circles. And I hope they fetch out a lot more of them, because they're just the cutest things ever. Love them. Oh, shavings. I've done it again. I've gone and added, and so I bet you're all shouting at the screen, where's your magnet? they're here. And I can pick them up, and I forgot to add them. So separating them is, whoosh, there they are. So I'll keep one here and one here. But, believe it or not, we could have, I'm just going to put it there, tell you the truth. I'm going to glue my glue dots, because the other one is going under there. So, great save, Gaynor. So I'm just grabbing a glue dot. And I want to keep it relatively. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop that there. And if I haven't got any to spare. No. What I'm going to do, I must have some Calypso coral somewhere. Oh, I got my gift bag punch board today. I had the mini treat bag thinglets as well. My Stamparatus came. I have a few other little bits. Let me just find. I have a piece of Calypso coral. So I've just put them things in the way. I'm just going to move them. I am going to put this on here at 7/8. Oh gosh, why won't that cut? There we go. Oh wait, look at that. I cut a magnet with it today. Look at that. Don't go cutting magnets with a good blade. Let me turn this over actually. I have a spare which I took with me. I normally swap my... Oh sorry, I didn't mean to knock that one. What I do, I keep an old blade on my desk, and if I'm cutting magnetic sheets, I swap, and I thought I had swapped, so that one is totally not good. So that one's going to get covered over and thrown. That will stay on my desk to cut magnets only. Don't ever throw them away, your old ones, because they're great for cutting acetate, magnet sheets, even though they're frayed. So keep one as a spare on your desk. What I do is, once this one now gets used and it's blunt, I will put that on the desk and throw the old one away, because I would have used it a couple of times to cut my paper. Let's see if we can just trim that little edge off now. Perfect, look at that. So it's gone. And this needs to be 3 3/8. Look how easy that cuts. It's my fault. So I'm going to round these corners off. I know you're not going to see them underneath. And I'm going to glue that over the top. It should have been under my designer series paper, see. My husband is got a loud mouth tonight. He just gets so overly excited. So I'm just going to pop that on there. It's not even the right size, but it's just so that magnet doesn't fall off in any way, shape or form. And it's a good save. So I use my bone folder. I'm just going to push and glue those edges down. And the same here. And nobody's going to see that because it's underneath. So now what we can do, we can drop our magnet from a great height. Grab another glue dot, get one out ready. And we know that is that way, so I need to pop that under there. Oops. It stuck to my finger, so I'm going to bend that there just for 2 seconds so I know which way round to glue, and I've got my finger over it. So now I'm going to pop a glue dot on the back, and I'm going to actually watch this now. That is going to stick to. I'm all fingers and thumbs, right? So now I know that it's glued and stuck together. I am going to leave that in place as best I can. Sorry, I don't mean to be off camera. Making sure those edges stay together. Now keep my finger under there. It's not going to work, is it? It's just going to go on. And you know what I was after doing, don't you, sir? That is roughly about there. Let's just check our box closes. Because I can always move my magnet down a little bit more. It needs to go. It needs to go down a little bit. Let's just check. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue these sides, because that will come off easy now. So let me just glue these sides in. Gaynor, I want to make some boo-boos. I don't do it when I'm on my own. So we can adjust. I'm going to measure actually. So I'm going to get my corners really flush. Tuck that in. Fabulous. And the same on this side. And I'm going to tuck that in there. Because nobody's going to see inside there. And now we're going to tuck our flaps in here. Oops. And that is going. I'm going to keep it flush there. And this one is going right there. Perfect. Keep it at a good squeeze. Making sure they are bang on together. I'm going to do the same on all 4 sides on here. So I'm going to push that together, hold it in. I'm going to push that one together and hold that one. So keeping these nice and flush and together. Just pull that away again just before it sets. That's perfect. I want them quite flush. This side. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to now add a bit of glue here. And on here, keeping those corners together. Squeeze those into place. And the same on this side. I might need a little bit more glue in there. Get rid of the excess. There we go. Might want a little tiny bit more in there as well. A second. Oh, there we go. That's better. Perfect. That's better. So now we can sort this magnet out. Oh, that's not too bad at all, actually. That is cute. I may move it just a touch. So, it would help if I put another glue dot on there. Better, a lot better. So, that wants to go that way. So that. Oh, that's why it's not doing it. So I want my glue dot now. If I close that, I'm just going to pop my piercy tool inside. Oh, it's not going to work. Gaynor pack it in. Just pop it in there. See if that works now. No, you've got your magnet on the wrong way round. I am a silly sausage. Let me measure where that is actually. I can feel. So this really needs to be a bit lower down. I was pulling out and it needs to be in there a little bit more. So that's better. Ta-da! That you won't see now, but I'm going to have to move it again. Oh my word. I will get it right. Once I've got it perfect, there we go. Perfect. What I'm going to do now to keep that in place, I'm just going to grab a little bit of tear and tape. You're not going to see this because it's going to be on the inside of the box. And I'm just going to cover that magnet up. And then our box is now closing. Yay, we got there in the end. Please forgive me. If you know how to attach magnets better than me, then please do so. So I forgot to glue my handle together. And now this is 9.5 inches by 1 inch. And the designer series paper is 9 3/8. Why is that clogging up? 9 3/8 by 7/8. Now I'll have a good laugh after. So this is going to be my handle. Tiniest of borders all the way round. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now the thing is, we are going to glue this here in the centre. So I'm going to add tear and tape just about 1 inch down, 1.25 inches, just on this side. So I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put the same at both ends. So We're as close to the edge as possible. About 1 inch on each side. I'm actually going to tear that off a second. I'm going to add this right here. I'll snip the rest of that off. And I'm going to get my bone folder now. And I'm just going to squash that in place. Squash that in place. Take off my tear and tape. And both sides. Oh, keep that one on a minute. And you know what you should have done, don't you? Bone folder. So just manipulate your handle. So this is the opening. So we're going to attach where the tape is, going down about that much. And we're going to attach. So open it up and give that a really good squeeze. Now take your tear and tape off the back. And we're going to do exactly the same, halfway down. Open it out and give it a really good squeeze. Oh, I tell you what we haven't done, we haven't put our little baskets in. That's no problem, you can do it before or after. So these are going to get attached now in here and in here. And they're going to get glued in all 3 sides. And that's how it's going to be. And where's our little envelope? They fit perfect, look. Yay! And I reckon you can get 5 or 6 cards and envelopes in here, if not more. So don't forget about these little pieces. I bet you were all shouting rotten at me when I forgot to put my magnets in. I know you will all leave comments saying, yeah, I was shouting at you, Gaynor. Why is it I can do it when I'm doing a prototype even, the protocol. But I can't do it on camera because I keep forgetting. So I'm just going to hold that in place. I'm going to push down. This is just the sweetest little box ever. So using my fingers and squeezing it in, pushing it down at the bottom. And that will only take a few moments. And it is set back a little bit, so it's not going to bash into each other. Pushing that back in, keeping that at the bottom. Absolutely perfect. So there's our little inserts. Gooey fingers. Can't be cold. Oh, it's freezing. So now, am I going to use glue? I'm going to close this up. There's our beautiful little box now, and we're going to pop the sides on. So what we're going to do, we're just going to add glue. In fact, I'm going to use tear and tape. And you're just going to add tiniest little dot there. Oops. Let me just open my handle. I'm just going to put a dot there and a little piece there. I hear my stomach growling like mad. So I'm going to squish them down, take off the backings. And now I'm going to pop this along there and squeeze. And there's no glue on that side because we know it's all on that handle. And we're going to do the same on this side. I'm going to add just a little strip there and a tiny little strip. In fact, I'm just going to put 2 strips down here. Squash that down, remove the backing. You could use glue, I suppose, and I'm making sure the stripes are going the opposite way. I'm just covering up the bottom and I'm squeezing nice and tight. And you know there's going to be no glue there. So, there's our envelopes. I don't think I've got any cards handy at the moment. Just poking them out a little bit. And there you have it. That is my little handbag version of Mandy's handbag gift cards and envelopes. And I am going to, give me 2 seconds. I'm back. Sorry about that. A lady sent in some cards today, if you noticed, on one of the cancer challenges. And she did some little 3x3 cards. And hers are in cellophane bags as well, which are slightly wider than the card. But they fit in here perfectly. And I would say I would get easy 4 or 5 in either side. So there's my normal envelope. All you have to do now is, well, it's up to you. I'm not going to decorate any more than I need to. You can put a beautiful label on now, gifting it to somebody, but look at those. And they're even in their cellophane bags. How many? I fetched 5 in, so let's see. I could get 10 of those beautiful little cards, maybe even 12 in each side. And that is just made from an A4 sheet of paper. So there's the larger version. I think that is perfect size for me. This, I would make it slightly wider. Maybe 4x4 and probably get some 4x4 cards in there. But these would be perfect for chocolates as well. See about the magnet? So that is the 12x12 one. I will try my best now and find that lady's link, and I'll put it in the description bar. But this is my 3x3 beautiful card and envelope box. And I can take those out and put them back in the charity box now. But aren't they beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. Oops, let me just get my finger. I got fat fingers. But they make a perfect little gift. And there we have it. Sorry about the magnets, but do not glue over that side, otherwise your box won't open. So, if you like, give us a thumbs up and a share. That'd be brilliant. Press the subscribe button as well, and I will see you on the other side. Love you all. Bye.